Hey everybody, Craig Hester here with R2AWatches.com. I want to say right up front, if you are watching this on YouTube, please hit like and subscribe. We want to build that audience up on YouTube, and we're continuing to try and post new videos on a regular basis. What you are looking at here is an actual retailer display for Vostok-Europe watches. Vostok-Europe, based in Vilnius, Lithuania, and assembles every watch there. Watches, pilot, dive, and dress watches built for going to extremes. So, if you're a fan of Vostok-Europe and you want something really cool to display your watches, this is something you've got to grab. This is a slightly older version of the Vostok-Europe retailer display. So we were able to get some of these. Normally, we would not offer these directly to individual customers. This would be something that you could only get if you were a retailer of Vostok-Europe. But because of the fact that this is a slightly older model of the display, we were able to get some. This is what's called the extra large display, and it's kind of hard to get the whole thing in the shot, but I think you can see why it would be referred to as extra large. There's a lot of cool things about this. First of all, if you want a great place to display your Vostok-Europe watches, you're never going to find anything cooler than this. I mean, this is just a must-have for any real serious collector of Vostok-Europe. And of course, if you have other watches in your collection, since this isn't something that's going to be put at a retailer where we would obviously encourage them to only put Vostok-Europe on a Vostok-Europe display, if you want to display some of your other watches, particularly those that you got from R2AWatches.com, this is a way for you to do that as well. Some of the really cool features of this. First of all, it's going to come with 8 of these extra stands that give you the ability to elevate the watches and put them at different levels. You're going to have a ton of these individual stands that slide into the display there, so that you have a place to put. Well, we didn't even put nearly all the watches that you could put on this display here. In fact, all the ones you're looking at here are ones from our watch samples, and actually several from my personal collection and Abe's personal collection, because we didn't want to take out new watches and put them in here. So that's why you don't see necessarily a full boat of all the different kinds of Vostok-Europes that are available. And then the really cool feature of this, and unfortunately there's really too much light in this room, and the light in here is actually natural light coming from a skylight, so I can't turn it off. But there is a light underneath here. It's a black light, UV light, that makes the tritium tubes light up. And that is really cool. You can see a little bit of it there, but I'm going to tell you, in a dark room, even in this room, without it trying to catch it with a recording where you can just see it with the naked eye, it really makes the tritium tubes pop, and that is one of the coolest features. We created this special image for this particular display. We added R2A watches to it so you can remember where you get your Vostok-Europe watches. So it will come with that full color. There also is another stand for a picture. We're going to leave that one open so you can put a picture of whatever watch you like the most from your collection in that particular display. This is solid MDF, plastic, and metal. Very well made display. And you can pretend at home like you're a Vostok-Europe official dealer. So you can display, easily you could display 25, 30 watches here, especially with the extra stands. We didn't even use all the stands here. This is just a fantastic way to show off your collection. It would be great sitting on a desk or on shelves. If you've got a cabinet you want to put it in, this is a massive, impressive display to really show off your Vostok-Europe watches. This piece right here is designed to hold the stands. You could actually move that further away, out to the side over here if you wanted to have more space, and you can put watches in here as well. I mean, this will hold a ton of Vostok-Europe watches. So you want to grab one while they're available. These are the last of these anywhere in the world. The only time they've been made available to the general public and not to retailers of Vostok-Europe. And you can get them at R2AWatches.com. Don't want to miss out on this, because once they're gone, folks, they are gone. I'm Craig Hester with R2AWatches.com, and keep watching.